Well, Stephanie, there's something I haven't talked about that I really want to talk about right now, and that is registering for a language test when you are not a native speaker of a language. Now, that seems counterproductive. However, what I'm noticing is that these registration sites are seriously set up as if they are registering people who are native speakers of a language or have a much higher level of language than anybody taking the test. Now, I know a lot of language schools will help you sign up for the test, but if you're self-studying like I am, that's not really an option. So the first thing I want to do is give a serious thank you to Emily Wong from, and let me get the school name straight, from Go East Language Center. I emailed her and a couple of other folks from other language schools that I thought were hosting the test, and Emily, to her credit, despite the fact that they don't host the test, replied to me, which is kudos number one. Thank you, Emily. And secondly, when she gave me the information on where to go to register for the test, I asked her, because I was having a language issue, because as much as my reading ability is getting better, a lot of the information that you need to input, location-wise, street-wise, city, I'm fine. I know I can read my city. I can even partially draw Shanghai. Write Shanghai and all that kind of stuff. But as far as street names, as I mentioned in previous videos, those are very historical Chinese characters a lot of the time. So it's super hard to go back and forth. And sometimes on the registration pages, you can't copy and paste. And it's a mess. It's really hard to do if you can't read that group of language. And so I said, I'm so sorry, Emily, I know I'm not a student of yours. I know you don't have the test, so I'm not a client of yours, but this is really hard, and I explained why. Is there any way you can refer me to a test center? Because I can just type in a test center, and I can search that way, and that's easier. And Emily was awesome. Absolutely awesome. Again, Emily from Go East Language Center. I don't know about their language courses, but I'm telling you, if this is any indication of their language courses, if you're in Shanghai and you're tempted to take some language courses, start there and see what they do. I don't know. I just think that helpful, wonderful people need to be given credit, so I want to say thank you to Emily. But let's go back to the problem, shall we? So the website that she mentioned, which I'm already registered for because I've taken HSK 1 and HSK 2, is ChineseTest.cn. It's not ChineseTest.com.cn. No. It's just ChineseTest.cn. There's no .com in there at all. I'm already registered, so I got to go in, do my login information and their code. And then I end up on this page that I'll show you. Can you see that? I've taken my glasses off, but so you can type in either this set of information or the bottom set of information, and that's when the tricky part came, and that's when her information helped, because as soon as she said, we generally, for the computer test, which is the next one I want to take, we recommend this university or this university. So she already narrowed it down to 2 for me, which is great, which is just great, and I work quite oftentimes near one of the 2, so I said fantastic. Before I completely let her go, I verified information and I said, hey, is this it's Fudan University, that's not giving much away, and I found the Fudan University information, and there were 2 different test details for that, and I said, is this their test center? And she said, yes, make sure to choose this one because that one's the computer one. So within just 2 emails, Emily already really helped me find this information. Unfortunately, the test, even though it says, what does it say on it? It says details, so I click on details, and then it says, I love this. It says all the information about the test, the contact people, which I have emailed about the issue I'm about to talk about, the location, all that kind of good stuff, and it has the test dates. And I made sure I was looking at the HSK, not the HSKK, because that's the speaking test. I don't want to do that yet. December 2nd, I hit register now, and what does it say? All levels, not open yet, in English. You go through all the Chinese, and then it tells you in English, no, you can't do it. I want to show you this. This is great. I'm sorry you get to see my hand so much in this time, but in this video. But do you see this? Like, look at this wall of Chinese here. right? And then you hit this and it says, no, 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 we want you to know that in English, you can't have it. You just can't have it. You can't register for the computer test. It's not happening. Stop trying. So I clicked on the October one, which I don't want to take, but that is way too soon. I clicked on the October one just to get an idea of how far in advance they're available, and the October one does not say no. So from August to October is 2 months. So I put it in my calendar a month from now. Technically December, going back 2 months, November, October, but I don't want to wait that long. So like I said, I emailed the people on this page to ask them when registration opens. I don't want to miss it. I don't want to pay any late fees or anything like that. I definitely want to get my slot in there. This is my last HSK test, I think, and I want to make sure that I take it within this year, and this is the last test date, and I want the computer test, so I want to make sure to get this right. But I just think it's super frustrating how hard it is as a lower level candidate to register for stuff like this. If you're a self-study person and you want to take a standardized test, it's so tricky. It is so, so tricky. Like I said, I work in the language testing community in China on the other side. I am the tester, and I don't deal with this part of it, but I really wonder what it's like for the people I deal with in my job, how I don't have the ability to talk to them about these kinds of things, but I really wonder how they navigate it. Is it truly like a wall of English for them, and ours isn't level specific enough, but you still have low level candidates. How the heck do they navigate that system? Is it is it this hard? It really, really makes me wonder about this. It really makes me wonder. This is so intensely frustrating. Like, seriously. And honestly, if this is something that needs to happen, maybe the HSK materials maybe Hanban hint. I think those are the people that make the test, right? I think. Anyway, maybe they should actually include in every level, like the language of signing up for the test, so you can sign up for the friggin' test when you're done studying your materials. There you go. Take my idea and run with it, please, Hanban. Please make this an easier process, because that was a bit excruciating. Like, I'm studying, I'm reading in Chinese, I'm feeling more confident, I want to take the test, like, what is it, August, September, October, November, 4 full months from now, and I think I'm going to be so prepared, and I'm just feeling good. I get to the registration site, and all confidence goes away. Because another thing they have is in the English, they have city twice. Or is it country twice? They have country twice, but one of them really means district. And so I'm looking for country again in Chinese, only it's actually district, and I should be looking for my district name. So I ended up accidentally seeing my district name and going, that says district, but they want country. I guess I'll just pick this and see what happens. So there's errors within the system too. So it's a really frustrating process. They do have English on some of the site, but it comes and goes, kind of like the street signs when I lived in Taiwan. Sometimes they'll have the romanization on the street signs, and sometimes they won't. And you'll be driving, and all of a sudden you're in Hansaland, and all you can see are the characters, and those don't change. But the pinionization, no, actually they used Weigeils and pinyin, but the romanization did change, and it's really frustrating to have an inconsistent, hard to navigate system when you're an early language learner in a language. There you go. So thank you to Emily, but not boohoo, some things to fix for the folks that set up these things. So I know the system is probably tailored to people that go through a formal setting of a language class or a university, but let's face it, there are a lot more people self-studying these days, so something needs to change. Yeah, I do see Hanban at the beginning at the top of the website. They are at least one of the folks that make the test. So Hanban, please make this doable for self-study people. Thank you.